nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck. Can't stop, unplug, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it, I'm still searching and I'm still learning.
Hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Today we're going to talk about Vallow, and I know, Janelle, I missed you. I took everybody's wrench away, so nobody has a wrench except Kaz and Jeannie. Anyways, I want to talk about Lori and Adam Fravel. Lori Vallow, I'm do first because it's very simple. Arizona has already put in for her extradition. It says Lori Vallow, defendant, her lawyers to be determined. The judge is Master. I don't know if it's a woman or a man, just by the name. So she's charged with murder in the first degree, premeditated. The crime was October 2nd, 2019. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I thought I didn't add it. And then there's a warrant for arrest on August 2nd. And then they filed for the extradition proceeding August 2nd. So it is in the works, you guys. She will soon be. They said it could take from weeks. Hey, Kaz. I know, Janelle. I just wanted to punch her in the throat. So they said it could take a couple of weeks to even a couple of months for her to be extradited to Arizona. Since it's, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to use it because it's a high profile case. She'll probably go by herself. I know when my ex was extradited back to Louisiana, that he rode in a bus or something that went all the way around the country, and like they picked up a whole bunch of people, but I don't think they're going to do that with her because she's a high profile case. Problem solved, Janelle. They're busy and they're happy. They're busy working and they're happy. No problem, right? Everything is grand, according to Lori Vallow. Then Adam Fravel. I say Fravel. Some people say Fravel, but I know somebody that had that has that last name, and it was pronounced Fravel. So that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. 5. Oh, they're flying her. I thought they were drivers. It's not that far away. Oh wait, never mind. She's coming all the way to Phoenix. I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna do everything in my power to go to that trial. It's 2 hours away, and I have a place to stay. So yeah. Okay, let's go to Adam Fravel. He is accused of murdering his baby mama slash live-in ex. That's what it was, really. I don't know. Oh yeah, thank you, Kaz. Thank you, Kaz. Um, it's first degree murder and second degree murder. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me get them for you. This is the same thing. There's like a whole bunch of documents that came out. Like, it's gonna be tough reading all of them, but I'm here and I'm doing it. I don't need no cash back shopping. Thank you. All right. Let me see. So he got kidnapping resulting in the death of a person. And first and second degree murder. I'm trying to find the exact document though. I hope I do go to Janelle. I'm gonna see like whatever you have to do to go to be allowed to go. See what I have to do. Murder in the second degree, March 31st, 2023, felony, Winona County. Murder in the second degree, March 31st, 2023, Winona County, felony. His bond is 2 million with no conditions, and the bond is 1 million with conditions. If he bonds out, let me share this one. All right. Can y'all see that? Bruh, I know. I saw that, Janelle. All right. So if he was to bond out, he would have to remain law abiding, and of good behavior, make and retain contact with attorney, keep court attorney informed of current address and phone number, notify of any changes within 72 hours, make all future court appearances, obey fail to appear warning, obey a failed to appear warning, no use of possession of firearms or dangerous weapons, no explosives, ammunition, provide a firearms affidavit if applicable. If applicable, weapons should be given to the Winona County Sheriff's Office for safekeeping. No alcohol, controlled substance use, no use or possession of alcohol, controlled substances, or mood altering substances except as may be prescribed, and then only in the amounts and dosages prescribed. Random testing, submit to random testing and random searches. Do not leave Minnesota without written court approval. Sign waiver of extradition. No contact with alleged victim and the family of the alleged victim. Child visitation by family court order only. Comply with any and all orders regarding visitation, but they have recently since then stopped the visitations. Yeah, he's not going to bond out, but I guess that they have to put it just in case, like, to whatever. If you violate this order, you could be arrested, your bond or bail could be forfeited, you could be charged with a new crime and or held in contempt. And then they have the information for the Zoom meeting on here for the defendant, but I'm gonna have to see if we can request to, but I'm sure Court TV and them will be doing it. It says no contact with the victims. Well, it would be victim's family because he kind of killed her. Bruh, I can't believe this. And then I heard that it's bad. I didn't go live yesterday. I needed to take a little break. A little break. So here I am. Let's go. Let me take a sip of my Coke first. Y'all, please hit that like button for me. I would really appreciate it. Application for search warrant. I, Angela C. Evans, a licensed peace officer in the state of Minnesota, make an application to this court for a warrant to search the premises described below for the property and things described below. I know the content of this application and affirm that the statements contained in this application are true based on my own knowledge or are believed to be true. I believe that the following describe property and things, namely, any and all records and data for phone number 507-459-6895 for the time period of March 31st, 2023 through April 2nd, 2023, including but not limited to subscriber information, length of service, including start date and types of service utilized, call detail records, RTT records. I don't like. Thank you, Janelle. Whenever I send a text message, sometimes it transfers to a RTT thingy, and I don't know what that is, but it's aggravating. Data records, pings, text message detail records, text message content, voicemail detail records, voicemail content, associated device IMEI, IMSI, and or ESN, telephone or instrument number or other subscriber number of identity, including any temporarily assigned network address, and means and source of payment for such service, including any credit card or bank account number. And 30 days historical CDR records, RTT records, data records, pings, and text message content. And this is for Verizon. The searches of records held by an out-of-state corporation, Verizon, doing business in city or township of Winona, County of Winona, State of Minnesota. I apply for a search warrant on the following grounds. The property or things above described constitutes evidence which tends to show a crime has been committed or tends to show that a particular person has committed a crime. The facts establish the grounds for issuance of a search warrant are as follows. Is a licensed peace officer and has been a licensed peace officer in the state of Minnesota since August 1996. She has worked for the Winona Police Department in various capacities for the past 26 years, including patrol officer, evidence technician, and is currently an investigator assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division. She has worked in her current capacity since September 2012. She has discussed this case and reviewed reports of other officers about this case and believed the following to be true and to constitute probable cause sufficient to support the requested search. I don't know how to say that A word. Nature of investigation, March 31st, 2023. At approximately 8:20 p.m. on Friday, March 31st, 2023, the Winona Police Department took a report of a missing person. The reporting party indicated that they were best friends with Madeline Jane Kingsbury, who she had not had contact with all day, which she characterized as unusual. Reporting party went to Kingsbury residence and did not get an answer to her knocks at the door at 456 Cary Drive, located in the city of Winona, Winona County, Minnesota. Reporting party also informed officers that she was aware that Kingsbury was having issues with her husband, Adam Taylor Fravel. One of the Kingsbury neighbors reported that they did not see Kingsbury's van in the driveway at approximately 7 a.m., but had seen it back at approximately 6 p.m. The van was still in the driveway when officers arrived on scene and is still there at 12 p.m. on April 1st, 2023. Officers did not get an answer to knocks at Kingsbury's door and noted that there were no lights on outside. Officers then spoke with Kingsbury's dad, who reported not having had any contact with her throughout the day, explaining that as odd. Officers also spoke with Fravel via phone. He said he had not heard from Kingsbury since earlier that morning. He reported that Kingsbury was supposed to pick up their children from daycare after she got off work. However, she did not show up, so he went to pick them up. After picking up the children, he and the kids went to his parents' residence in Mabel, Minnesota. Officers gained access to Kingsbury's apartment and verified she was not there and noted that the apartment did not look disturbed. April 1st, 2023. Yep. Um, on April 1st, 2023, Kingsbury's mother and sister came to the Winona County Law Enforcement Center to report that there had still not been any contact with Kingsbury, which was extremely out of character for her. Sister said she had texted Kingsbury Friday morning and that Kingsbury replied at 8:15 a.m. with a response that is typical of Kingsbury. Sister reports sending a second text to her at 8:23 a.m., which went unanswered. Sister said that she and Kingsbury communicated with one another multiple times a day. They informed officers that Kingsbury and Fravel were in the process of getting divorced. However, they were still living together. They said that the first night that Fravel hasn't stayed at their joint residence on Cary Drive was last night, March 31st, 2023. Kingsbury reportedly told Fravel early in the week that she no longer wanted to continue with the plans they had to move closer to his parents and change the children's daycare. Rather, she was going to stay in Winona, keep the children with her and at the daycare they were currently attending, and that she was looking for an apartment. It was also known to Fravel and others that Kingsbury was currently seeing someone else. They reported that Fravel was very emotionally abusive and controlling over Kingsbury. He insisted that she was not allowed to speak with her new boyfriend while he was around and demanded to see all text messages between the two of them. Kingsbury told Sister that Fravel had told her, if you don't listen, you'll end up like Gabby Petito. Officers learned that Kingsbury had also told reporting party that Fravel told her, if you don't listen, you'll end up like Gabby Petito. Sister reported that Kingsbury had planned to travel with her daughter to visit her in the cities for the weekend, and that Fravel was supposed to be taking their son with him to his parents in Mabel. Both were supposed to be leaving for their intended destinations on Saturday, April 1st, 2023, so they were very concerned that Fravel left with both children on Friday, knowing Kingsbury was going to be taking their daughter with her on Saturday. Officers spoke with the children's daycare provider. She reported that Kingsbury and Fravel dropped the children off together Friday morning, and they arrived in the van, which is typically driven by Kingsbury. She told officers that Kingsbury is the one who typically picks up the children at the end of the day, but that Fravel will if Kingsbury can't. She explained that Fravel arrived to pick up the children at their normal pickup time. When asked reporting party, she said that she had never contacted Fravel or anyone in reference to Kingsbury not arriving to pick up the children because Fravel picked them up at their regularly scheduled time. Daycare provider said that when Fravel showed up to get the children, they asked where their mother was. She said that he never answered their question. Rather, he just said, "We're going to Grandma's house." A review of the daycare provider's ring camera shows both Kingsbury and Fravel arriving at 8:03 a.m. to drop off the kids, and Fravel arrived alone to pick up the kids at 4:21. Fravel can be seen wearing white tennis shoes at drop off and boots at pickup. It should be noted that there was no snow on the ground at that time. It was raining and the temperature was approximately 40 degrees. Reporting party reported that her significant other, witness number one, is very close friends with Fravel. Witness number one and Fravel communicated via text about Kingsbury being missing. Witness number one reports Fravel as being very frustrated that law enforcement is involved so quickly since he had seen her Friday morning. Witness number one shared screenshots of his conversation with Fravel from Friday night, which is detailed in part below. Fravel, 9:37 p.m. I talked to the police. Who or what prompted you guys to go check at the house? I'm so confused. She hasn't been gone for a day yet, so I'm not freaking out, but everyone else is. Fravel, 9:42 p.m. So Katie called the police? Fravel, 9:44 p.m. She was leaving for Farmington in the morning. Witness number one, 9:45 p.m. Yes, she did. Weird that no one can get a hold of her. Fravel, 9:46 p.m. Wow, that's a little out of bounds of Katie. It hasn't even been 24 hours, and I saw her this morning. Witness number one, 9:48 p.m. Not really when no one has heard from her most of the day. Apparently, no one was able to reach you either to at least know you've heard from her. You can't blame people for being worried, man. Fravel, 10:04 p.m. Nobody tried to reach me at all until 7 p.m., which was Megan, so I don't know what you mean by that. Fravel, 10:04 p.m. I get being worried, but nobody asked me anything, so it's like WTF, LOL. An investigator spoke with Kingsbury's work supervisor, who reported that Kingsbury works at the office on Mondays and Fridays. However, she did not show up for work on March 31st, 2023. Supervisor said that Kingsbury did not contact anyone to let them know she was not coming into work, which supervisor said was out of character for Kingsbury. The IT department at Kingsbury's place of employment reported to investigators that Kingsbury's last logged into her work system at 7:44 a.m. on Friday, March 31st, 2023, and had not logged back in after it timed out, which it would have done in the time it took for them to drop the children off at daycare at 8:03. Family also told investigators that a friend of Kingsbury reports that a couple weeks ago, Kingsbury visited friend in the hospital and told her that if something ever happened to her, it was Adam. Pings of Kingsbury phone on April 1st, 2023, reported GPS coordinates of 44.05627 negative 91.691015 negative minus, which is a tower located at Service Drive and Sebo Street in Winona, with an accuracy of 4,043 meter radius. Multiple pings have returned the same coordinates. A forensic extraction of Fravel's phone revealed the device phone number is 507-459-6895 and did not yield any location data after Thursday, March 30th, 2023. I really hope they don't give that phone number out to anyone. Like Verizon, I hope that they just get rid of this number, because you know how, like, if you get rid of your number or switch to a different don't bring your number, like somebody else will get your number. Like, I've gotten somebody else's number before and get their stupid calls. I hope nobody gets this number, because they would get massive calls. Yikes. And did not yield any location data after Thursday, March 30th, 2023. How do you say that? Affiant believes there is a possibility that the historical location data of Fravel's phone records could provide information as to Kingsbury's current location and or Fravel's movements and communication prior to and after her disappearance. She knows from training and experience that Verizon maintains historical location data of the phone for a very short window of time. That, coupled with the fact that Kingsbury's location is still unknown and that any possible location information held by Verizon could lead to Kingsbury's whereabouts. Your Affiant is requesting a nighttime search warrant. Foreign corporation Oh, Verizon is just explaining what Verizon is. Hold on 1 second. That's a lot to read, guys. Nice. Just bear with me 1 moment, please. I'm looking for a certain. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you had a good day, and I hope you have a good night. Application, application. All right, here we go. What time is it over there, Janelle? Oh, yeah. I know. I really hope that they do away with that number. That would be pretty awful, don't you think? A little too ironic. Application for search warrant. I hope you hit that like button for me, please. Thank you. Um, let's see. 1 second. 10:57 a.m. 11:30 a.m. So it's winter in all of Australia right now, right? Man, that poor girl Alicia Navarro, they just want to be left alone, man. Nobody wants to leave them alone. It's sickening. I don't know. Case assignment, or commission release, application for search warrant, application for search warrant, application for search warrant. I can't find the arrest affidavit. Oh wait, here we go right here. Okay, let's see. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm gonna read this first. Spring is in the air. Yeah, because we're going into fall and oh no thank you. I have to download it. Sign up with Google. How hot does it get in the summertime over there? I had to download this file first before it will let me open it. Well, that's good. What's the temperature usually in like the spring and the summertime? Okay, here we go. It was 27 yesterday. Is that what you're saying? Oh, that's true. You told me that. And I was like, I never heard of a time difference that was only 30 minutes. Like, it's by hours here. 116. Holy guacamole. I was talking to my mom and I was like, I think I want to move to Australia. And she was like, you think it's hot over here in the desert? She was like, what you think they got over there? I was like, oh snap. So state of Minnesota versus Adam Taylor Fravel, date of birth 129 1994. The complainant submits this complaint to the court and states that there is probable cause to believe defendant committed the following offenses: murder in the second degree, a felony, charge description that on or about March 31st, 2023 in Winona County, Minnesota, Adam Taylor Fravel caused the death of a human being with intent to affect the death of that person or another, but without premeditation. Murder in the second degree, count two. Two counts of second degree. I thought it was first and second. That on or about March 31st, 2023, in Winona County, Minnesota, Adam Taylor Fravel caused the death of a human being without intent to affect the death of any person while committing or attempting to commit a felony offense or, other than criminal sexual conduct in the first or second degree with force or violence or drive-by shooting. That's why there's two accounts. Centigrade, 17 Celsius yesterday. I don't know what that is over here. On March 31st, 2023, at approximately 8:20 p.m., the Winona Police Department was contacted by a person who identified herself as a friend of Madeline Jane Kingsbury. The friend reported to police that she was concerned with the health and safety of Madeline. According to the friend, Madeline had not attempted to contact or communicate with her throughout the day, which the friend indicated was unusual. The friend was concerned and had gone to Madeline's residence, saw her minivan in the driveway, and knocked on the door, and no one responded. The friend also told police that she was aware that Madeline was having issues with her significant other, who also lived at the residence. The friend identified the significant other as Adam Fravel. Winona police officers met the friend at Madeline's residence located in Winona, Winona County, Minnesota. An officer knocked on the door of the residence and looked in the windows. No one responded, and the officer did not see anyone inside. Shortly thereafter, officers spoke with Madeline's father on the telephone and learned that her family had not had contact with her that day. The father reported that it was uncharacteristic for Madeline not to have contact with family members or friends. A Winona police officer spoke with Adam Taylor Fravel, date of birth 12994, by telephone. According to Fravel, he had not heard from Madeline since early in the morning, that she was supposed to pick up their children at their Winona daycare after she finished working, but she did not. Fravel stated he picked up the children at the daycare and took them to his parents' residence in Mabel, Minnesota. Later that evening, officers were able to conduct a welfare check inside the Winona residence and determined that no one was inside the residence. I presume it was about other than semi-arid. I get the hot winds from the northwest, which is the Simpson Desert, plus we get the south wind straight off the ocean. Dang, that day is cooked your eyeballs. It was like opening I bet. Law enforcement investigators have spoken with the children's daycare provider, who confirmed that both Madeline and Fravel were present when they dropped their children off at daycare on the morning of March 31st, 2023, at approximately 8:05 a.m. The daycare provider also stated that Fravel was alone when he picked the children up at the end of the day. On April 1st, 2023, law enforcement investigators obtained a search warrant for the Madeline Fravel residence in Winona. The interior of the residence was cluttered, but there did not appear to be overt signs of a struggle. During the search, law enforcement officers located what investigators later determined to be Madeline's cell phone, jacket, and purse in the residence. Investigators also located a laptop computer that investigators later determined Madeline used to work from home. Investigators later obtained access to the cell phone's databases. It was determined that a text message was sent from cell phone to Madeline's sister on March 31st, 2023 at 8:15 a.m. Investigators noted that there were no subsequent text messages or phone calls sent from Madeline's cell phone. Law enforcement investigators had follow-up conversations with Adam Fravel on April 1st and April 2nd, 2023. Hey Lori, how are you? During these conversations, Fravel told investigators that he had met Madeline at college in Winona and that they have had an on and off relationship for the past 7 years. Fravel stated that they have two children, ages 5 and 2. Fravel indicated that Madeline works from home and in Rochester, Minnesota. Fravel stated Madeline would generally travel to Rochester for work on Mondays and Fridays. Fravel acknowledged that Madeline was the primary income producer for the family. Wow. And she would not forward him money electronically to pay and she would forward him money electronically to pay the family bills. Fravel acknowledged that recently their relationship was not working, so they decided to separate and were in the process of moving out of their Winona residence. Madeline had been looking at different apartments in the area for her and the children to live. Fravel indicated that about 2 weeks ago, Madeline had told him that she had begun a relationship with another man, but that he did not know how long the relationship had been going on. Fravel stated that on Friday, March 31st, 2023, together he and Madeline dropped their children at daycare at around 8 a.m. and they drove home. Once they arrived, Madeline stated that she had an online meeting and afterwards was going to Rochester for work. He indicated he observed Madeline go downstairs to our home office. Also, during the conversations, Fravel stated he had planned to do property storage runs most of the day. His plan was to travel to his parents' home near Mabel, Minnesota, with items he wanted to store at his parents' residence, and return to Winona and take items to Midwest Storage, located in Winona. Fravel indicated that prior to leaving for Mabel, he had stopped at a gas station near his Winona residence. He said that when he loaded up Madeline's van, he wasn't really paying attention to what he was loading. Fravel believed he left his residence and began driving the van to Mabel at approximately 10:15 a.m. Fravel continued with the following information. Fravel stated that when he got to Choice, an area in Fillmore County, he started thinking about what he was going to do. He said he looked to the rear in the van and realized the items he had were meant to be stored at the storage unit, not his parents' place. He turned around in the driveway of a barn in Choice and drove back to his residence in Winona. Fravel believed he arrived at the residence at about 11:30 a.m. and emptied the van at the Madeline Fravel residence. Fravel stated that he did not make any stops on his trip to and from Choice. When he entered the residence, he did not see Madeline. He stated he did notice his car was still home and thought that Madeline may have carpooled to Rochester. Fravel stated he remained at the residence for the remainder of the afternoon. During this time, he texted Madeline but never got a response. Eventually, he went downstairs and Madeline was not there. He stated that he texted Madeline regarding picking up the children and asked about plans for supper. When she did not respond, he decided to pick up the children at daycare and drive them to his parents' residence in Mabel. That sounds so fake. Dang, Janelle, it is hot. Do you know it is hotter in other places in the United States than it even is here in the hot desert? It really is hotter. Also, during their conversations with Fravel, law enforcement disclosed to Fravel a concerned person's report that Fravel told Madeline that if she did not listen up, that she would end up like Gabby Petito. Fravel admitted being infatuated with the Gabby Petito case. Fravel also admitted that he made a statement to Madeline about her ending up like Gabby Petito. Fravel claimed he was trying to make a joke. The Gabby Petito case made national news. It was the story of a 22-year-old woman who went missing. After extensive searches, Petito's remains were found near a park in Wyoming. It was reported Petito died of strangulation. The media also reported that Petito's fiance claimed responsibility for her death in a notebook. I wonder if Adam has a notebook. Investigating officers spoke with a friend of Madeline who indicated that sometime in 2020 or 2021, she was on a video call with Madeline, who was at her Winona residence. Madeline was standing up, holding one of her children, and cooking dinner. The friend observed Fravel enter the room and yell at Madeline to keep quiet. Madeline asked Fravel to calm down, and he stated he was not going to calm down and struck Madeline in the face with his hand. It appeared that Fravel was not aware he was being observed on the video call, as when the friend yelled at Fravel over the video call, he immediately left the room. The friend told investigators that there were several times during video calls that she observed bruises on Madeline's face. When the friend inquired about the bruises, Madeline would cover them with her sweater. Yes, Lori. I don't know why. Oh man, a lot of people are saying that they don't get notifications. I know I didn't get notifications for a lot of channels that I'm sub to. Investigators spoke with a family member of Madeline's. During that conversation, the family member discussed an earlier incident. The family member said she learned Fravel put his hands around Madeline's throat. The family member went with another person to go get Madeline. The family member noted Madeline had a red mark on the side of her neck that day. Pursuant to search warrants, investigative officers conducted forensic extractions on 2 Apple iPhones believed to belong to Madeline. A review of the forensic extractions of those 2 phones revealed Kingsbury as the owner and user. There were messages as well as screenshots of messages between Madeline and Fravel dating back numerous years. One screenshot taken on February 21st, 2021, contained the following iMessage conversation between the Madeline and Fravel. Why does it say the? Maddie, you know I'm not really okay with or over the fact that you put your hand around my neck and pushed me down in front of the kids earlier. So don't. Maddie, not okay with it at all, but especially with them there. Fravel, you'll adjust. Maddie, the F I will. Maddie, you do that again without asking me and you can go somewhere else. Is she saying you can't choke me without asking me? Put your hands around my throat? Fravel, you got it, mother. Maddie, don't patronize me. That crossed the line. Fravel, then mind. Maddie, stop. Law enforcement investigators were able to obtain videos from security cameras and motion detection video devices at multiple residences and businesses located in the Winona neighborhood where Madeline Kingsbury and Adam Fravel resided. And along the route, Fravel stated he took toward his parents' residence the morning of March 31st, 2023. Videos reveal the following events from March 31st, 2023. Hold on one second. I have a really bad headache. If you had a membership, all my memberships are gone now. I changed the membership levels. They're cheaper. And I lost all my memberships. So I would appreciate it if you would re-sign up for your membership. So I had to take ibuprofen. Little mama's boy hitting the hand that feeds him. Law enforcement investigators were able to obtain videos from security cameras and motion detection video devices at multiple residences and businesses located in the Winona neighborhood where Madeline Kingsbury and Adam Fravel resided And along the route, Fravel stated he took towards his parents' residence the morning of March 31st, 2023. Videos reveal the following events from March 31st, 2023. 9:44 a.m. Madeline's van is observed in the driveway of the Madeline Fravel residence in Winona. A person in a light-colored coat is observed walking up to the front of the van, bends over, and appears to remove the front license plate on the van. Yep, she did, because he said that she was the sole provider of the family. So he takes the front license plate off the van. 9:47 a.m. The van is still in the driveway, and the same person is observed kneeling in front of the van and appears to be reinstalling a license plate. 9:55 a.m. A person wearing a light-colored coat or a sweatshirt gets into Madeline's van while it is parked in the driveway of the Madeline Fravel residence in Winona. 10 a.m. The van is no longer at the residence. See, he changed the license plate from the van and the car. He put the car license plate on the van and the van on the car. But like that's more suspicious, because if a cop was to pull your license plate before he stopped you, it would come up as the car description, not the van. So he would stop you anyway. So to me, that makes zero sense. But again, what he did that whole day and what he did with Madeline makes zero sense. So there you go. 10:02 a.m. The van is observed parked at the gas station where Fravel said he had gotten gas, and a person wearing a light colored jacket and matching the general description of Adam Fravel is observed pumping gas. Investigators also noted that the license plate on the van matches the license plate registered to the car Fravel normally drives and not the plate registered to the van. Investigating officers noticed that when they observed the van later in the evening on March 31st and on April 1st, 2023, the license plates registered to the van were back on the van. 10:31 a.m. The van is observed backed into the driveway at the Madeline Fravel residence in Winona. 11:26 a.m. The van is observed driving away from the residence. 11:44 a.m. A van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed traveling southbound on Highway 43 in the direction of Rushford and Mabel, Minnesota. 11:56 a.m. A van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed traveling southbound on Highway 43 in Rushford and in the direction of Mabel. 11:59 a.m. A van matching the description of Mabel's van is observed traveling southbound on Highway 43 in Rushford and in the direction of Mabel. 11:59 a.m. A van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed traveling southbound on Highway 43 south of Rushford and in the direction of Choice and Mabel. 12:44 p.m. Approximately 45 minutes later, a van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed on a video from the same location traveling northbound on Highway 43 in the direction of Rushford and Winona. Yeah, his parents. 12:47 p.m. A van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed traveling northbound on Highway 43 in Rushford. 1 p.m. A van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed traveling northbound on Highway 43 and turned east onto Winona County Road 12 in the direction of Winona. 1:28 p.m. A van matching the description of Madeline's van is observed in the driveway of her Winona residence. As part of their investigation, law enforcement officers traveled the route Fravel stated he drove on the morning of March 31st, 2023. Investigators noted that with the exception of the 45-minute time period between the time he is observed traveling south of Rushford on Highway 43 and later at the same location traveling northbound on Highway 43. The times are consistent with normal expected travel times between the locations. On June 7th, 2023, a deputy with Fillmore County Sheriff's Office was searching a rural area in Fillmore County next to a public gravel road approximately 1 mile from Highway 43 between Choice and Maple, Minnesota. Investigating officers learned that this property had been routinely maintained by one or more Fravel family members. This property was also near the residence of Fravel's parents. While searching the property, the deputy located human remains in a culvert adjoining the gravel road. The remains had been wrapped in what appeared to be a gray fitted bed sheet that had been closed with black gorilla tape. Investigators noted that during a previous search of the house, they observed a roll of black gorilla tape that appears to be the same color and width as the tape found on the fitted sheet that Madeline was wrapped in. Investigators also noted that the gray fitted sheet appears to be similar to other bedding at the Winona residence. Additionally, the air mattress from the Winona residence was missing a fitted sheet. On top of the air mattress without a fitted sheet were pillows that had gray pillowcases. The human remains were transferred to the Southern Minnesota Regional Medical Examiner's Office in Rochester, Minnesota. The medical examiner's office identified the human remains as Madeline Jane Kingsbury from dental records and tattoos. The medical examiner noted that a knotted towel had been wrapped around Madeline's head and neck. The medical examiner's office performed an autopsy. A preliminary autopsy report determined the manner and cause of death as homicide and homicidal violence. I think it's 99 cents for the first one, right, Kaz? Yeah, it starts at 99 cents, Kaz. Um, Please take notice pursuant to Minnesota Statute 609.49. Intentional failure to appear for duly scheduled court appearances may result in additional criminal charges in addition to any arrest warrant that may otherwise be issued by the courts. Complainant requests that defendant subject to bail or conditions of release be arrested or that other lawful steps be taken to obtain defendant's appearance in court, or detained if already in custody pending further proceedings, and that said defendant otherwise be dealt with according to the law. Complainant Thomas J. Williams, Chief, badge 123. Huh, that's cool. Badge number 123. Prosecuting Attorney Corinne Sonman, Winona County Attorney. She doesn't have a badge number. From the above sworn facts and any supporting affidavits or supplemental sworn testimony, I, the issuing officer, have determined that probable cause exists to support subject to bail or conditions of release where applicable, defendant's arrest or other lawful steps be taken to obtain defendant's appearance in court or defendant's detention if already in custody pending further proceedings. Defendant is therefore charged with the above stated offenses. Order of detention. Since the defendant is already in custody, I order subject to bail or conditions of release that the defendant continue to be detained pending further proceedings. Bail conditions of release. Defendant fact sheet. We already know all of his stuff. Male, no hair, whatever. So he has murder second degree with intent, not premeditated. Murder second degree. Murder second degree without intent while committing a felony. Delphi Courts. Gabby Pasito, Kohlberger. Dominic Ramsey, Koberger, Koberger. They have all the cases in this one website. It's pretty cool. I think so, anyhow. Penelope, stop barking, man. Excuse me one moment. Let me take the boss out the room. Kaz, do you want to explain to Lori how to sign up? I'm not sure if she has Android or iPhone. Okay, thank you. I'm back. So this is search warrant for First Student Incorporated. Video and data associated with video collected from First Student Incorporated surveillance cameras may assist us in capturing the suspected 2014 Chrysler minivan and the 2015 Chrysler 200 passenger car on March 31st, 2023. I wonder if that's for a residence. Oh, it's school bus. That's what I thought, because in Louisiana it was First Student too. After looking at numerous hours of video, officers learned that a First Student Incorporated school bus had driven by 465 Cary Drive on March 31st, 2023, approximately 14:55 hours. Officers made phone contact with an employee at First Student and learned there are cameras on the bus that continuously record. The video was archived and saved. First Student is First Student Incorporating and requesting legal service to obtain copies of this video. I request a search warrant to be issued. Andrew Mohan. This one is, I don't know, these letters have to be so little. Any and all data, whether stored, saved, or deleted, contained within internal storage and or external media within the cellular phone, including but not limited to deleted files, email files, SMS/MMS data, whether saved or deleted, incoming, outgoing call and or text message history, application files and data, video files, image files, voice message, contact information, global positioning system information, internet cache, internet searches, data showing ownership, possession, and use of the electronic device, screen names and databases to include the extraction and analysis of data. I have Android too, Lori. I have never had an Apple product ever. Data that is encrypted and unreadable may not be returned unless law enforcement personnel have determined that the data is not one, an instrumentality of the offense, 2, a fruit of the criminal activity, 3, contraband, 4, otherwise unlawfully possessed, or 5, evidence of a crime, and photograph and or video of the electronic device and its contents data is or are stored within the devices described as a black colored Apple iPhone, cellular phone in a clear case, which was handed to law enforcement by Adam Fravel, located in City or Township of Winona County of Winona State of Minnesota. I applied for a search warrant on the following grounds. The property or things above described constitutes evidence which tends to show a crime has been committed or tends to show that a particular person has committed a crime. The facts establishing the grounds for issuance of a search warrant are as follows. We've already read this whole thing already with the other search warrants, and I'm not going to read it again. It is imperative that this phone be searched as soon as possible in an attempt to corroborate or disprove statements provided in reference to Fravel's communications and location, since Kingsbury's disappearance that could potentially lead to Kingsbury's location. Due to this, she is requesting a nighttime warrant. A nighttime search outside the hours of 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. is necessary to prevent the loss, destruction, or removal of the objects of the search, or to protect the searchers or the public, because it is imperative that this phone be searched as soon as possible in an attempt to corroborate or disprove statements provided in reference to Fravel's communications and location, since Kingsbury's disappearance that could potentially lead to Kingsbury's location. I request a search warrant be issued commanding Angela C. Evans, Joe Swenson, Rob Wilkinson, and any other authorized person to enter and search between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. and a nighttime search outside those hours to search the above described devices for the described property and things, and to seize and keep said property and things in custody until dealt with according to the law. And this is the black colored cell phone with a clear case. Receipt, inventory, and return. I have left a true and correct copy of the search warrant with the device, black colored Apple iPhone cell phone in a clear case, which was handed to law enforcement. I took into custody the property and things listed below. Forensic and manual extraction of data from within the phone. I left a receipt for the property and things listed above with a copy of the warrant. I shall retain or deliver custody of said property as directed by court order. This is a search warrant for Colleen Mayer. I don't know how to say her last name. I believe that the following describe property and things, namely video, audio, smart motion logs of biometric data and activity data recorded by device MAC address camera 2CAA8EFE9D91 driveway, device MAC address camera 2CAA8EEBEA7A garage. I wonder if what property had these cameras. Device MAC address camera D03F27196B9B South Side. And then they have all of this. Can't see it. It's all blurry. Why is it hold up a second? Why is it like this? Like the whole rest of the document is like this. What the heck-a-moly, y'all? I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. I can't read it. Now I want to know what it is. Why is it all blacked out? I mean, blurry. Everything else is redacted. I don't know why. It just has driveway, garage, and south side, and like the up here, it's all blurry after that, and this is all blank. Not sure why it's all redacted. I'm just taking a little minute break, you guys. This is a lot to read. Please hit that like button for me if you haven't hit it yet. If you had a membership, you'll have to renew it. There's different levels now, and you will have to renew your membership. I would really appreciate it because they're all gone now. Application for search warrant. Oh, thank you, Lori. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got it figured out, though. Kaz, did you see the little pictures next for the memberships? Sherry helped me do that. I know, right, Kaz? I can't see anything in my without my glasses on. The whole thing would be totally blurry like that. Okay, so this is from Adam Bromerich. Why do these people have to have hard to pronounce names? My name's easy. I believe that the following describe property and things, namely items to establish the identity of the victims, suspects, or possible witnesses, trace and microscopic evidence, including but not limited to blood, hair, fingerprints, body tissues, body fluids, and excretions. Items that may contain trace and microscopic evidence, including but not limited to bedding, upholstery, clothing, glass, furniture, woodwork, carpet, or other flooring. Weapons to include firearms, ammunition, knives, club, bats, or other items used to inflict sharp force or blunt force injury, ligatures, or any other item that could have been used to aid in the disappearance of Madeline Kingsbury. Any spent ammunition and ammunition parts, including but not limited to the bullets and fragments, jackets, gunpowder residue, primer, pellets, and wads. Digital cameras, camcorders, photographs, writings, documents, computers, laptops. They want the whole house. Electronic tablets, computer data, cell phones, convert digital recording devices, USB memory devices, computer hardware, hard drives, GPS devices, and other similar electronic items. Documentation by the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension and other law enforcement agencies, including but not limited to photograph, video recordings, sketches, measurements, indicative of occupants, residency, and rents. Router data to include but not limited to logs of connected devices, event timestamps, visited websites, URL, IP addresses, and any other data contained within the router, and any other items, evidence which may assist in determining the cause and manner of Madeline Kingsbury's disappearance is or are at the premises described as. Yes, ma'am. And I have to wait since I don't have any more members. Well, now I can because I needed 2 members to get more emojis. So since you and Lori got memberships, I should be able to add a few more now. So yay, thank y'all for that. I really appreciate that. Okay. The premises described as 465 Cary Drive, a single-story light blue colored twin home with white trim. 465 is the unit on the right side with the letters 465 on the front of the residence to the right of the door, and an unattached single-story light blue colored shed with white trim and a double door secured with a padlock in the backyard. Some of the letters are taken off. For some reason, the double T in letters and the double T in unattached is gone. That's crazy. And it's just saying they applied for the search warrant and their background, and then the whole thing that we already went through. On the first one, it's just saying the same thing over and over again. So I really hope you don't want me to read all of that. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Thank you. All right, so this one is Nicholas Walsh. He wants video and data associated with video collected from dash cameras located in the FedEx ground vehicles, capturing the blue 2014 Chrysler minivan traveling in the Wilson, Minnesota area on March 31st, 2023. Oh man, how they knew that the FedEx man knows what's going on. It's just saying it's to FedEx ground in Winona State of Minnesota, and they apply for the search warrant on the following grounds: that a crime was committed. And everything else is all the same. This one is Heather Holden, and she's requesting Snapchat account Adam.53. Account user information to include name, birthday, mobile phone number, email addresses, and Snap Map settings. Login history and account information. Basic information, device history, account deactivation or reactivation. Location history, frequent locations, latest locations, top locations, map explore, locations visited. Geolocation logs to include latitude and longitude. All EXIF and metadata associated with digital media stored on Snap Incorporated service servers, including intact, deleted, or dissociated from the user account but still accessible to Snap. Associated device information to include IMEI, IMSI, MEID, GUID. Accounts associated through machine and browser cookies. No prohibited violations based on your attestation pursuant to California Penal Code Sections 1524H and 1524.29C. The court finds that the evidence sought pursuant to this warrant is not related to an investigation into or enforcement of a prohibited violation as defined in California Penal Code. Why is California? Yes, that's where, Snap is out of. And again, that's the same thing as all the other documents. Whoops. Let me make it bigger. This is search warrant from Andrew Mohan. This one is for, again, the bus. This is for the bus video again. I don't know if it's a different one or if it's the same one. This one, let me see. Yeah, it looks like the same one. After looking at numerous hours of video, officers learned that a first student incorporated school bus had driven by 465. Yeah, that's the same one. Oh, this one is from Nicholas Walt, and it's for a federal credit union. Video and data associated with video collected from Ultra Federal Credit Union surveillance cameras capturing the suspected 2014 Chrysler minivan and 2015 Chrysler 200 passenger car on March 31st, 2023. So they had a Chrysler minivan and a Chrysler car? I'm right here just taking a little break from reading, you guys. This is a lot to read. Please hit that thumbs up button for me if you haven't already. I hope everyone is doing well. I don't know where the probable cause affidavit is. Yes.
Dinner's ready.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I just read that. All right, you guys. This dude is something seriously sick with him. Thank you. It's kind of going away already. I really appreciate that, guys. You're so sweet. I don't know where my other friends are. Maybe they're busy. Who knows? All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys later.